Alrighty, so we're going to talk about measuring stuff now. We're actually going to do it. So what I would invite you to do is get a piece of paper and draw a square or rectangle similar to this. Once you've done that, we can get into this. If you have a tape measure or a ruler, either one will work. I'm going to use the tape measure in this case. We're just going to measure how long one of these sides is. So to do that, you take your ruler, you put it on one side, and then you look to see where the other side lines up. And on mine, it lines up pretty much with the 95. Now on your ruler, it may not look exactly like this. If you can see how mine go from, let's see if I can zoom in here. I have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. The 10 is underneath here. It's buried. That is counting in millimeters. Centimeters are those big numbers, except you don't have a 0 on them. There are 10 millimeters in a centimeter, just like there are 100 and 1,000. So if we think of a centimeter being 100 centimeters in a meter and 1,000 millimeters in a meter, we know that centimeter and millimeters are 1 0 apart. So basically what I'm saying there is if we have 100 and 1,000, 1,000 is only one more 0 than 100. So this is going to sound a little bit confusing, but centimeter and meter, millimeter. 1,000 millimeters in a meter. I wrote centimeter. 100 centimeters in a meter. Now, what if we only have 1 centimeter? How many millimeters are there going to be? Well, just like there's one more 0 when you compare centimeters and millimeters, we would just add one more 0. If we had 1 centimeter, we have 10 millimeters. So what happens if we have 3 centimeters? Well, we have 30, we add a 0, millimeters. And if you notice, I'm using a shorthand for both of those. cm is centimeter, centimeter. Millimeter is millimeter, mm. So, here we have 3 and 30. What if I had 50 millimeters? How many centimeters would I have? Well, instead, we go the other way. This is millimeters, so to go to centimeters, we get rid of the 0. Alright, so back to measuring. I can see I have 95 millimeters. We're going to get a little bit of decimals in here. 95 millimeters is just like saying 9.5 centimeters. You might be going, Mr. L, I thought we were dealing with zeros. Well, because we have this extra number here, it's not 90 millimeters, it's 95 millimeters. We are not actually moving 0, we're moving a decimal. So we're taking our 95 and we're actually just moving a decimal point in the middle to make it 9.5. So that is how you convert 95 millimeters into 9.5 centimeters. Let's go this way now. I can see that this goes up and it hits pretty much right there. Looks kind of weird in the camera. But that is 60. We can look at this big 60 right here and then count the lines. 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 66 millimeters. How do we convert that into centimeters? Well, we take our decimal point and we just move it over. 6.6 centimeters. And that's all there is to it. Basically, if you're going from millimeters to centimeters, you're going to put a little dot in between the two numbers. And that's how you measure sides.